far. But what we'll be doing in every creativity module is we will be I will be showing you tools that you can use because to me that is when I've started getting into the tools and learning the differences in the kinds of paper and in the different marking tools, that makes such a difference in your creativity. Just that beautiful marker I showed you with the water makes such a difference in creating a beautiful background. But if you didn't know about that, then it looks like somebody else is amazingly artistic, right? So we want you to have the tools so that you can open up your creative avenues, your creative flow. All right. Now for paper, for these types of tools, you can use anything. This is just a called a mixed media spiral bound. You see I tore it right out of there. And then what I did is I just put a wash of light acrylic paint. This I used a couple of different paints. You can kind of see that if I get a little closer, depending on how you like them. Here's the examples that you saw on the PowerPoint slide. It's kind of hard to see the different showing up in the light here. But I painted the background, so I had a bunch of backgrounds that were handy, and then I did the circles. Okay, you don't have to paint backgrounds. It's just kind of fun. The one I did on the real live video, I used just a colored piece of paper. You can see I didn't do anything fancy with the painted background, and I just, it's not necessarily beautifully artistic, but you know what? I got some great insights. Okay, so I'm going to just use a plain white piece of paper because lots of times white is just fabulous. And this is regular copy paper that I stole from my printer. You can use construction paper, although that if you're using markers, that can really seep, the ink from your markers. But you can still use it. What else? Your journals, you can put them right inside your journals. That's a great place to put them. So if you're just using markers, pencils, crayons, then you don't have to worry about it. If you're going to add, get into the water, where you're adding watercolors, things like that, or those crayons, then you're going to want a thicker paper that actually takes water better. But for now, simple, simple, simple. Get out your paper, get out whatever markers, crayons, pencils, whatever it is that you brought to the webinar today, to this video, and we're going to get going. All right? So the first step is I want you to think about a project or a program, something in your business that you would like some insight on. Okay? Maybe it's a new creative idea. Maybe it's something with your website. Maybe it is something, a project that you're getting ready to work on, or you want to get reconnected to something. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one on it's what I did on the live video. I'm going to do one about my guest business muses. In the Business Fusion Studio, every month I invite a guest business muse, and this is someone who I think really is taking a stand for creativity and business, and they're pretty, fairly high profile, or they've got a following, or they have some books out and things like that. So what's happened is I have invited several of them. Several of them have said yes, and a lot of them are thinking about it. So they're in this decision mode. So they're thinking about, should I join Business Fusion Studio? Because this is it's not just an in and out joint venture. This is a different kind of 8-month program where they're going to be featured for 8 months, and they're going to promote the Business Fusion Studio. So I want to get them to a yes. Okay, I want them to make a decision, or even if they say no, not right now, they're going to make that decision so I can go and invite someone else. All right. So what I'm going to do first, and I encourage you to do this with me. I'll give you just a moment. Think about your project. Whatever's popping up first, that probably is the best thing for you to use. There's no right or wrong way to use this, all right? And then I want you to just make a giant circle on your paper and just go round and round. And this is the second step. After thinking about your project, this step is, I can always feel myself relaxing already. This is the step that helps get you present, all right? It helps get you relaxed, all right? So just keep going round in a circle. And it's not important what your circle looks like. What this is for is getting into your body. All right, this brings you back into your body, and it helps you get out of your head. All right, because the wisdom and the intuitive nudges and really the inspiration for action is going to come from your heart, and it's going to come from deep inside. It's not always going to come from your head. Sometimes it does, but you know what? For most of us, that's a pushing place, and we really want to get to a place where we're activating that creative inspiration. Okay, now I'm going to write down, and I want you all to join me. Just write down what your project is or your creative idea. So I'm going to write down guest business muse. It doesn't matter where you write it, wherever you want to write it. Write it in the middle, write it at the top, write it at the bottom, write it around the side. All right? All right. And then I'm going to take a different marker. I'm going to write down what my intention is. You know, what is it that I want clarity on or wisdom? And what I want, actually, I'm going to use the thick end of this, change my mind. I want a yes, okay? I want them, this marker's drying up a little bit, I want them to say yes. I really want them to make a decision. Well, I want them to make a decision. But ideally, I want to really get them to yes. Yes, I'm ready to go. Yes, I want to be involved. I am committing wholeheartedly. Okay, so in the middle, write down what that is. You might want clarity about the next step. You might just want to reconnect the energy, infuse the energy, and get excited again, whatever that might be. All right, now the next part here is you just let go. Right, which is, I have always found that really hard to do, all right? But letting go, this is, there is no right or wrong way to do this. This is not about being pretty. It's not, if it is, great. It will probably inspire you no matter what it looks like. But I just want you to start coloring in, doodling. I'm just going to do kind of a border here. Again, getting in connection with your body, opening up your heart around your idea, and just allowing little nudges, little glimpses of wisdom to come in. All right, it might be an idea, right? It doesn't really matter what it is, and it doesn't matter what kinds of things that you're drawing at all, okay? Part of what you want to do is just give yourself, ooh, look at that blue, you just want to play. And when you play, especially what I find when you do markers on paper, it's so relaxing that it does get you into your body, and it gets you present so that the wisdom can flow. So do whatever you want. You could draw doodles around here. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's a little bit darker than I intended, but hey, you know, it's where I went. So I'm just following the intuitive nudge. Breathing while you do this is always really nice. Helps get you present and centered. All right? I'm just going to keep drawing this background while I just let whatever wisdom wants to come in. Right? And you can be drawing things in the middle. I just happen to start on the outside. I want it to draw on the outside. And again, this is not, I'm not going for pretty. I'm going for connecting to my body, connecting to my heart, opening up that intuitive wisdom. It's kind of nice to have paper on the bottom because then you can just flow right out the paper and you don't have to worry about it. All right. So what kind of nudges are coming up for me? Let's see. Let me find a pencil here. I want like them to get the absolute yes. I want them to feel it. I want them to really get that this is different. I'm using a brush tip, a little bit harder to write with, but it kind of makes a neat font, whatever you want to call it. Neat little writing style. I want them to be as excited as I am. Right? And you might have words that come to mind. You might have phrases. You might have metaphors. You might have pictures. So you can let it be whatever it is. There is something very sacred about circles and very meditative. You know, lots of people, you've heard of mandalas. Those are very old form of meditation, of creating circular energy. To me, it reminds me of the flamentum. See how pretty it is when you use like multiple shades of the same color. You know, I want this to be easy for them. They are busy gals, and I want this to be so easy they can't help but say yes. Did I mention I want them to say yes? Yes, yes, yes. I like this color. All right, I'm going to add a little black because lots of times black kind of makes it all just pop right out too. All right, I'm going to highlight the yes again. I think part of the secret, what I'm gathering, is I got to make it easy for them. Easy for them to say yes. All right. When I start promoting the others, I think they're going to feel a confidence in the program, and they're going to say yes. What else? I have my sales page up and running now, so I think that's going to help them make that decision. Yeah, that feels really good. So take a moment for you. What kinds of things are coming up? Don't edit it. Don't say, well, that's kind of weird. Just let whatever wants to flow. And if you want to write things on the outside, write things on the outside. All right. Giving you some time just to let whatever wants to flow. And if you don't know, just keep on outlining, drawing, doodling, whatever wants to come your way. Just kind of, these things kind of represents to me the energy. This is way beyond the circle. And I like making them. It makes me feel relaxed and open to more insight. All right. So wrap up for where you are now with your energy intention circle and notice the kind of wisdom that you received. All right. Notice the nuggets of wisdom. Notice how relaxed you feel. Notice how new ideas came to you, new clarity has come to you. Maybe you've made a decision about something that was really new for you. All right, so think about, just notice what you notice with this and how powerful it is. And we actually just doing the circle, we probably took 5 or 10 minutes. So it's a really easy tool that you can use every day. I love to do this when I'm connecting to a big program that I'm doing, like the Business Fusion Studio, because it's easy to kind of get busy in the morning with the kids, and then when I screech into the office, and for checking emails and all that, when I'm getting ready to work on the program again, it's really nice to have something that I can connect to and get excited about and reinfuse my energy and get reconnected to. Plus, I get that intuitive wisdom, and it starts me on a really good place for the day. So these are the types of things that you're going to learn in the Business Fusion Studio. Lots of detail about, the different types of markers, the different types of art supplies, which is just really fun. And also step-by-step instructions. You're going to actually get step-by-step worksheets, instructions on how to use these tools, how to go through and create the tools, and all sorts of different ideas, examples of all different ways that you can use them. Here's an example too. I'll just show you because I have this handy. For the very first creative module in the Business Fusion Studio, I talked about creating a joy art journal. And this is mine. I actually call it the Intention Alive Journal. And I'm going to show you how to create your own journal where you prepare it ahead of time. Again, just doing fun pages where you use all sorts of different fun doodles, tapes, rubber stamps, paint, markers, magazine clippings, I love this life stamp, and you just put cool things in here, and I tell you, it inspires you. And then what I do is you write your gratitudes in here. You put pictures in here of things that inspire you, and I just write affirmations, and it's another way of doing a gratitude journal, but it's way more fun, way more involved, and I'll give you step-by-step instructions and take you through using video, just like we did today, as well as resources. We'll go through some of the tools to make it even more fun because you can create something just like I did. And anyways, so I'm really excited about it. And then we'll do the same thing on the creative marketing tools is I'll take you step by step for how to put that creativity into different areas of your business. So that way, all this creativity that you're waking up, you're going to also be able to put it into your business. And that's really going to help you stand out, get noticed, and be really different. so that you can, because that's going to attract more clients to you and more joint venture opportunities. I mean, I can tell you since I've started posting more of my creative aliveness, so much has shifted in my business, like I talked about at the beginning of that first video. So let me switch my camera back over to the PowerPoint presentation, the actual webinar, and I want to also let you know that I would love to hear more insights about more examples of what you did on your energy intention circles. So if you gained some insight, some clarity, some wisdom, you had an energy shift, if you want to post that on my Facebook page at Laura West, if you dare and you're courageous and you want to post your actual energy intention circle, I'd love to see a picture of it, or you can just email me privately at laura@joyfulbusiness.com. I just would love to know how this exercise, this creativity tool worked for you. All right, I'm going to wrap up with a couple other things real quick, and that is, oops, I think we went one too many. Just want to remind you about the Business Fusion Studio, that if you liked this creative module, this was just a little taste, a quick taste of the types of things I'm going to be creating for you every month, actually every week, for your personal creativity as well as your creative marketing. So you'll want to go to businessfusionstudio.com, and we're doing the grand opening right now, and you want to go ahead and get there because you want to go ahead and join, because right now it's a special pricing through May 6th, and you want to go ahead and get in on that because the price will go up. And if you're inspired today, you're going to be so inspired throughout the year. It's really going to be amazing. All right, so I want to leave with one more thing, and this is really my guiding mission for the Center for Joyful Business, and I thought that you might like to see this and hear this. This is really what I'm all about this year. With every single thing we do at the Center for Joyful Business, we believe in creative possibilities. We totally throw out the I must be practical and the oh so serious sensible shoes that are marketing myths that most women online entrepreneurs buy into, because we know that these tired traditional messages, they squash your creative brilliance. The way we challenge those myths is by offering up big portions of business creativity: joyful, beautiful, effortless, feminine, exuberant, playful, passionate, and yes, courageously creative business creativity for our clients, our customers, and our joint venture partners. We are on a joy-filled and joyful mission to open up the energy, flow, and confidence for those creative possibilities to come to life. And we are so moved to produce creative, beautiful tools, products, and programs for women entrepreneurial spirits like you. So I thought you would be, hopefully you're as inspired by my mission, our mission, my team's mission, as much as I am. And you are going to see that come to life at the Business Fusion Studio. I really hope that you'll join us there, and because I know you share a lot of this creative entrepreneurial spirit like I do. So thank you so much for coming through the webinar with me, and I cannot wait to see how you are coming creatively alive. All right, bye-bye, everybody.